welcome back to my channel. Amy here. Today we're going to talk about new books coming out in the month of March. I didn't see a lot of anything that really caught my eye, so I know I've got to be missing some good stuff. So y'all please let me know down below in the comments what I'm missing out on, but we'll go over the few that I have. So on March 1st, we have a new book coming out by Zoj Stage. I don't know if I'm saying this author's name correctly. Zoja, maybe? Anyway, we have a new book coming out, Mothered. It says this is a claustrophobic psychological thriller about one woman's nightmarish spiral while quarantined with her mother. So we have another, I'm guessing, a COVID-19 related book here. It goes on to say Grace isn't exactly thrilled when her newly widowed mother Jackie asks to move in with her. They've never had a great relationship, and Grace likes her space, especially now that she's stuck at home during a pandemic. So if that's a trigger warning for anyone out there, maybe stay away from this book, but I'm morbid like that, so I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. Also coming out on March 1st, the cover really caught my attention for this book. This is the Maids Diary, and this is by Lorith Ann White. It says a cunning, twisty, and unsettling novel of psychological suspense with a startling conclusion. Kit Darling is a maid with a snooping problem. She's the invisible girl compelled to poke into her wealthy clients' closely guarded lives. It's a harmless hobby until Kit sees something she can't unsee in the home of her brand new clients. A secret so dark it could destroy the privileged couple expecting their first child. I think that's all we need to know for this one. Never read anything by this author, so I'm looking forward to this one. We have a couple books coming out on March 7th. This is the third book in the Sapphire Code series by C. Travis Rice. This is, of course, Christopher Rice. So we have Sapphire Storm coming out on the 7th. It says Sapphire Storm once again transports you to a beautiful luxury resort on the sparkling Southern California coast where strong-willed heroes release the shame that blocks their heart's desires. Ethan Blake has dedicated his life to satisfying other people's appetites. At 43, he's finally landed his dream job, head pastry chef at an exclusive resort. Now he's got a jet-setting career that's taken him to romantic locations all over the world. But years before, after his parents threw him out for being gay, Ethan supported himself in a manner he'd rather keep under the covers. Roman Walker is a 25-year-old fitness celebrity awash in thirsty followers, but when he walks through the doors of Sapphire Cove, it's not just to oversee the menu of his celebrity client's wedding. Decades ago, Roman and Ethan crossed paths on a New York street corner during a terrible, life-changing moment that scarred them both. Now Roman's back for revenge. But when his plan goes wildly off the rails, Roman suddenly finds himself at the center of an even stranger and darker plot concocted by his most famous client. So it looks like we have a little bit of an age gap romance happening here. No, I can't wait. This one sounds saucy. Really excited for this next release, releasing on March 7th. This is The Kind Worth Saving by Peter Swanson. I have not read The Kind Worth Killing. Is that right? The first book. So apparently this is like a little series. It says Henry Kimball / Lily Kettner, number 2. Yeah, The Kind Worth Killing. I have not read that book yet, so I need to read that before this one comes out, or before I read the second one, of course. I don't know if this has anything to do with the first book, like I said, because I've never read it, but it says there was always something slightly dangerous about Joan. So when she turns up at private investigator Henry Kimball's office asking him to investigate her husband, he can't help feeling ill at ease. Just the sight of her stirs up a chilling memory. He knew Joan in his previous life as a high school English teacher when he was at the center of a tragedy. Now Joan needs his help in proving that her husband is cheating. I don't want to go too much further into this because, like I said, I haven't read the first book. I don't know if it's gonna connect with this second book or not. I have no clue. But yes, I definitely want to get to this one. I want to get to the first one because I hear many, many, many good things about that one. I hear that's like his best work. So I need to do that soon. Also on March 7th, we have a new book coming out by Alex Finlay. This is What Have We Done? I have not read his first book. I have it on my TBR somewhere. Oh yeah, Every Last Fear. I have not read that one, but I really enjoyed Night Shift. I think I read that one, was it last year or year before? I don't remember. I think it was last year. Really good book. I really did enjoy that. So I'm looking forward to this one. This one sounds really good as well. It says, a stay-at-home mom with a past, a has-been rock star with a habit, a reality TV producer with a debt, 3 desperate lives, 1 deadly secret. 25 years ago, Jenna, Donnie, and Nico were the best of friends, a bond forged as residents of Savior House, an abusive group home for parentless teens. When the home was shut down after the disappearance of several kids, the 3 were split up. Though the trauma of their childhood has never left them, each went on to live successful, if troubled, lives. I'm not going to read too much more about it, but towards the end it says, What Have We Done is a tale about the lives we leave behind, and the secrets we carry with us forever. Both an edge-of-your-seat thriller and a gut-wrenching coming-of-age story. So I'm looking forward to it. It sounds really good. And here we go with our YA thrillers again this month. I don't know what it is about these YA thrillers that are just like calling my name. This is Missing Clarissa by Ripley Jones. This also comes out on March 7th. It says, in a gripping novel perfect for fans of Sadie and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, yes, 2 best friends start a true crime podcast, only to realize they may have helped a killer in the process. In August of 1999, love it already, dazzling popular cheerleader Clarissa Campbell disappears from a party in the woods outside the rural I can never say that word. I can never say that word. Look, I'm trying to put it in other words. I think I have a problem with my R's, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's a town of Orville, Washington, and is never seen again, so she disappears. The police question her friends, teachers, and the adults who knew her, who all have something to hide. And thanks to Clarissa's beauty, the mystery captures the attention of the nation. But with no leads and no body, the case soon grows cold. Over 20 years later, we have these best friends, Blair and Cameron, start a true crime podcast determined to unravel the story of what or who happened to do this rural urban legend. Sounds like it's going to be a good one, so I'm excited. Moving on to March 14th, we have Different for Boys by Patrick Ness. This one just sounded really cute, so I just added it to the list. Friendship, masculinity, sex. Anthony Stevenson has a lot of questions. Is it different for boys who like boys? A poignant and frank story filled with meta humor with renowned author Patrick Ness. Anthony Ant Stevenson isn't sure when he stopped being a virgin, or even if he has. The rules aren't always very clear when it comes to boys who like boys. In fact, relationships of all kinds feel complicated, even with Ant's oldest friends. There's Charlie, who's both homophobic and in a secret physical relationship with Ant. Then there's drama kid Jack, who may be gay and has become the target of Charlie's rage. And of course, there's big, beautiful Freddie, who wants Ant to ditch soccer, Charlie's sport, and try out for the rugby team instead. Ant's story of loneliness and intimacy, of unexpected support and heart-ripping betrayal is told with tongue-in-cheek black bar redactions. Then it goes on to say Patrick Ness explores teen sexuality, friendship, and romance with a deft hand in this structurally daring, illustrated short novel. So it's a short story with some illustrations. Yeah, the cover kind of drew me in, of course. I really enjoyed that, and the story just sounded really cute. So March 14th. On March 21st, we get a new book by Darcy Bell. This is Woman of the Year. It says, a deliciously twisted thriller about the dark side of female friendship. and a revenge plot that gets a little out of hand. So it looks like we have two friends, Holly and Lorelai, who become very good friends in college. They take pretty much the same classes. It says friends as students in the same college psychology seminar taught by an expert in control and human behavior. The two students also grew close to their charismatic professor. But in one twisted moment of gaslighting, their friendship flamed out and Lorelai's once promising future fell apart. Flash forward, Holly has everything Lorelai has ever wanted, while Lorelai is a lonely cat lady. I haven't read Darcy Belle since probably a Simple Favor, so I might have to give this one a go. On March 22nd, it says we're going to get the second book in the Verse podcast by Riley Hart. This is The Romantic. The first book was released, I think, in the month of January. Yes, at the end of January, January 23rd, The Loner, which is the first book in the Verse podcast series, which I have not read yet. It just says The Romantic is a wake-up married, opposites attract romance with tons of praise, an unforgettable message, fond family, and sweet moments on the pier. Okay, so it looks like we have Parker. He is part of the Verse podcast. He said, the Verse, the queer podcast I host with my best friend. Between the two of them, he's the romantic. The one who's looking for love in all the wrong places. If there's a jerk close by, I'll find him. I'm beginning to think my Mr. Right doesn't exist. It's definitely not Elliot Delgado, the shameless flirt who keeps asking me out. We're not supposed to run into each other in Vegas or get drunk together. We definitely aren't supposed to wake up married, only we do. It sounds really cute. But yeah, I still need to read the first book. And lastly, releasing on March 28th, we have another YA thriller. This is Girl Forgotten. This is by April Henry. I love the cover, super cute. It says Piper Gray starts a true crime podcast investigating a 17-year-old cold case in this thrilling YA murder mystery. So we have another podcast YA thriller mystery here. 17 years ago, Layla Trello was murdered and her killer was never found. Enter true crime fan Piper Gray, who is determined to reopen Layla's case and get some answers. With the help of Jonas, who has a secret of his own, Piper starts a podcast investigating Layla's murder. But as she digs deeper into the mysteries of the past, Piper begins receiving anonymous threats telling her to back off the investigation. Once again, it just caught my eye, another YA thriller. Okay, y'all, that's it. A very little short and sweet list for the month of March. Let me know for sure in the comments. I've had to miss something. Let me know what that is. I can't believe it's already going to be March, by the way. I'm super excited because that's my birthday month, but still, we're already in the third month of the year. But as always, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you're all doing well out there. Hugs from me all around, and I'll see y'all soon in another video. Bye, y'all.